Hello, this is Richard Wilson. I'm coming to you from San Mateo, California. Probably breaking multiple driving laws here recording this video. But I just left a meeting for a day and a half with one of my single family office clients. They recently sold their business for over $600 million. And we spent an hour and a half of that day and a half meeting with the #1 trust and estate attorney nationally that works with billionaire families and family offices. I've known him for 8 years, and I know he does a great job, so I brought him in for the single family office, and he's now, on retainer with them. And it was interesting listening to him about where he sees quote-unquote smart family office money, how he thinks the days of, hiding your money and hiding your assets and, cheating and getting away with it are long gone. And of course, it's his job not to encourage clients to do that, to win over the most careful clients who are carefully protecting their capital and don't want to put it at risk. But I also think is genuinely right about that with the FACTA rules and Sarbanes-Oxley and everything else that's gone in place over the past 10 years. The reason I wanted to create this video, though, is to focus on this idea of smart family office money. Every family office should start out asking where they want to go, what objectives and missions they have, what their values and culture are, and what they're trying to get done. Is it income? Is it preserving capital? Is it passing on a legacy? Is it giving away their money? That's what should be done absolutely first. After that, figuring out how to be the smart money in every transaction you're in is a big challenge. And what I've found is that self-made entrepreneurs oftentimes care a lot about how they feel they're perceived and just how they feel inside of the cap table of a deal. Many of them do not like paying sponsorship fees. They don't like paying fund manager fees. They don't like paying 3 different brokers off to get access to a deal when they already know on the sell side that there's several brokers getting paid most likely. And so managing all of that can be a challenge for someone like myself who's helping run single family offices for families. It's high pressure when the family says, only bring me deals where we know we're being smart money and the downside is managed, but we can get hopefully a 15 to 20% or 20 to 30% return in many cases. So I want to talk about how you can navigate that. Obviously, one way is fee alpha, negotiating fees, just being patient when the other person's trying to make you go fast, and just realize there's always another deal around the corner, and they probably need your capital more than you need their deal. If you're getting enough deal flow, that's always true. And I would say being patient has definitely cut down the fees on deals that I've gotten access to for the single family office. In one case, the fees over 7 years on a hotel investment were going to be $7 to $8 million. We ended up reducing them down to $1.5 million on that specific deal. So that shows how much money you can save having somebody fighting on your side for having a good fee basis or cost basis on a property. I'd also say that negotiation of fees and negotiation of brokerage fees in the operation of a business can be helpful. There's a joint venture that one of the single family offices I run is going into this month, and what we found is that there were no fees on the surface, just profit sharing, but we did find that within the operating business there were some naturally occurring brokerage fees within the operation LLC that we should be able to cut down on and skim down on and participate in, and catching that inside of the operating entity will save the single family office $280,000 to $420,000 a year in the first year, and that savings should go up by 20% every year thereafter. In other words, over 7 years, it might have saved the family, over $2 million in operating costs if we hadn't caught that inside the operating business. So one way to be smart money is just to analyze and question every single piece of the operating entity. If you don't understand it, make sure you do before you make the investment. Another suggestion would be to try to figure out how you can learn quickly through making your investments. So you might have to pay a fund manager or an independent sponsor on the first 2 or 3 real estate development deals, but if they're local development deals, perhaps you can shadow them and then they can manage a separate account with you, and you can be one of their larger investors and get a reduction of fees on that. Or over time, have them do not only a segregated account, but go off on your own and do your own developments and manage your own general contractors, etc., from that learning experience with the fund. And you can be very clear with them up front that that is the path you're on. The only reason you're investing with them at all is to learn how to do it yourself And if they don't like that, then they're not the right cooperative investment manager for you to be placing your capital with and trusting your capital with. So I'd say that going direct long-term, even if you can't short-term, is a way to go. In most of the $100 million families and billion-dollar families that I've seen that run great family offices and survive a long time, most of them develop expertise in 1 to 3 areas where they initially made their money, or they have industry research, experience, expertise, and access where they can help get assets and acquire them at a great cost basis, grow them faster, and get access to the right people to secure meetings and move up that J curve very rapidly. And so they can exit that asset or sell it if they need to at the right time, at the right price, to an investor that is going to do well on that asset if they have equity left on the table. So I would say that is another tip I would keep in mind. I think that the main point of this video is that you need to be very creative and not just rely upon an investment banker if you want to do well as a family office. Many investment bankers, if they don't have a business ownership background, they're going to show you deals that may be good to get into, but hard to manage or hard to get out of. Or they may show you deals without thinking about the fees after the deal has closed, or how you can maximize your exit from that deal. And that is why a single family office is put in place. You need somebody fighting on your side that has carry in the deal, either equity in the deal or performance on NOI growth, net operating income growth, or EBITDA growth, profit growth on the business that they're helping drive value on, and potentially upon exit, so they're motivated to maximize the value of their portfolio, whereas the investment banker's role is just sourcing deals, just flinging deals at you. Maybe they help structure them, find the debt, help find a co-investment partner, etc., or just help get more deals into your deal pipeline. It's a very different role that a single family office professional has to play, and a lot of that has been coming out over the past 5-7 years while working with the family offices that we do. So I hope this video and being the smart money at the table as a family office investor was helpful, whether you're running a single family office, a multifamily office, or just helping a family and starting a family office organization. I hope it'll be a good resource for you. So this is Richard Wilson coming to you from the Family Office Club and Wilson Holding Company. And if you'd like more information on starting or running a single family office, please see singlefamilyoffices.com or buy my best-selling book called The Single Family Office Book on Amazon. Thank you. Take care.